Test, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it looks like it's moving.
It's doing a thing.
Yeah. So you can kind of turn if you want to, or just look at me. And yeah. So the camera's not here. It's just me.
Okay, go.
Yeah. So we start. Just give me a massive clap.
Yep.
Clap?
Yeah, massive. Quick shot.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
If you can give me just a big clap.
Like this?
Well, yeah, big clap. I'll just do it so I don't get double.
Oh, action.
Yeah. So, massive clap.
1, 2, 3.
You want to just tell us like who you are and what you do around the games industry and culture?
Yep, so I'm Nelly, I am a gamer, I stream on Twitch and I do content creation, so I make clips on TikTok and Instagram around gaming and gaming events.
Yeah, so I'm Leon, or like Chocky on like online stuff. I'm mostly just like a content creator at the moment, like I do Twitch and stuff. Like, I just finished uni, so I'm kind of trying to get into the industry, but haven't fully like started it yet.
Okay. What would you like to do in the games industry?
So what I'm mostly looking at is like narrative designing. Like, I love telling stories, but I also love kind of working out how to fit them into like a world and like the actual like function of that.
I'm Shay Thompson. I'm a presenter, broadcaster, and host.
Yeah, my name is Mia Byte and I am a content creator, I am an emerging voice actor, I'm a podcast host, I wear a lot of hats, including Twitch ambassador too, so that's another one.
Yeah, literally, I'm thinking something.
Yes.
So my name is Yun. I'm the Senior Director of Product at ABK. So I'm leading the monetizations team for ABK. So that we can diversify the revenue stream for ABK in addition to in-app purchase.
Like, what's the biggest motivating factor for you wanting to get into games?
I think just like that, honestly, I don't think I really see myself in a lot of games at the moment. Like, I think we're getting better with diversity in games. Like, there's now more than one black hairstyle in some games.
It's all like Killmonger and Kill.
Yeah, like the Killmonger locks has become way too much of a trend. But like, it's getting better, and I think that's really exciting to see. But I think what I've kind of noticed a lot with that is, even if from a visual perspective we're getting more of it, from like a story perspective it's still lacking. Like, I don't really get to see those sorts of stories. I know like Zao's coming out, which is exciting because that's like African storytelling, but even then I'm like, I look at it and it's not like the cultures that I know about. So I think a big motivator is I want to be part of the change as opposed to just like sitting around and hoping someone else does it.
Watching various streamers from stream teams like Naysaga and Black Twitch UK has encouraged me to become a streamer myself and get into gaming.
So I've seen other people who like look like you do it. Cool.
I used to watch a lot of ACG and Mr. Matty plays, and I was looking like, why aren't there enough women doing that? Like, I don't see women doing reviews or like talking a bit about performance or that kind of thing. I was like, where are the women? So I really wanted to do that. And back home, gaming is usually associated to being like a tomboyish thing. So they're like, why are you playing games? You're not a kid anymore. You're not a boy. And then what are you doing? So yeah, I wanted to do that change. And like, I want to see like, maybe if I do the change, more women would be like, oh, I play games as well. But I had to come to the UK, so I didn't get the chance to see that change yet. But who knows, when I go back, there might be some women that I'm inspiring, maybe, I don't know. And they're like, oh, because I know like my sister's friends watch me a lot and they're all girls. And I'm like...
What's your like earliest gaming memory?
Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube.
Nice.
Yeah, that was I think my cousin went to Nigeria to visit my family over there for a few weeks. My cousin actually showed me that. So literally, I was playing. I was like, how have I not known about? I've known about Mario's, like, but I didn't know like. I didn't play any of the older Mario Kart games, but that was like my first introduction to Mario Kart games. Like, low key, I'm very sad that Nintendo haven't dropped another one ever since. Wink, wink, Nintendo. But yeah, pretty much that's my first earliest like proper gaming memory I've had with Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yeah, I think getting my butt kicked on Mortal Kombat probably. Yeah, the original SNES.
Okay.
Mario, that kind of thing. I was so young at the time because I was born in the same year. I was born in 1990. I was born in the same year that the SNES came out. So
yeah.
A little bit behind. But
Who was kicking your butt?
my sisters. I have 3 sisters and 2 brothers. So, and I'm basically the youngest.
Okay.
It was never my turn.
So I think there was a moment when I was younger where I played a video game and I kind of clicked and went, this is kind of what I actually want to do. I didn't know making video games was a thing, but it was the moment where I went, I actually really like this, and that video game was actually Kingdom Hearts 2.
I used to be obsessed with The Sims. So I remember I used to have to go to my cousin's house, and in Lebanon we didn't have original games. They all had to be pirated. I know that's really bad, but that's how it was back home. So she knew how to crack games and get them to work. So that's the only way that I can go and play The Sims. And she's so good with making the houses. And in Sims 1, you can like hover over the houses and see how they look like. I still remember like the creations, and I would always look forward to seeing what she's doing and then compare it to my house. So yeah, that was like I really missed that days, like those days. And yeah, that was, I don't know, I always remember that. It's such a good nostalgic feeling of having to look forward to gaming. Now I have everything. I'm just like, what is this? What is this?
What would you say is your sort of biggest achievement in games so far?
My biggest achievement in games was for my final year of university, I created a visual novel game called Romance, and it's about asexuality and romance. And it was the first game that was showcased in booths and in like small conventions, right? And I had people who came up to me who were asexual players who said that the story in the game, that the characters in the game were really relatable and that they felt really seen. And it was the first time I've ever experienced that sort of thing, having a direct visual of how my stories and my games impact audiences. And to me, that's a personal achievement that I'm never going to forget.
I hosted a gaming event at the in the O2 Blue Room for Haddo, and that's for BBC Children in Need. So I was the host of that session, which was a national session, which was really good. But being able to sort of come in front of the camera and sort of host a session, meet Pugty, and actually feel like I'm actually achieving something within gaming at a higher level, and not just doing like almost as giving it any disrespect, like low-key events and everything else. Something that's like could go national and give that big wide audience things.
I think learning how to become a leader in the gaming industry and helping other people, helping teams, helping other people become leaders as well. I think I'm quite good at that, and I think that's a hard skill to learn, and I want to just help make really great games, and I think being a good leader is something that's really important.
Is there something specifically about gaming or a particular video game that makes you happy?
Yeah. Presumably Shay has already spoke about Disco Elysium at length.
No, has not come up once.
Really
I do know she likes, yeah.
Before I started working in the games industry, video games made me very happy, and the reason why, compared to all of the other hobbies that I've picked up and put down over the course of my life, the video games has had the most staying power. I think it's because of the scope of storytelling. It doesn't matter like what year we're in, the types of stories that we get, the ways in which they're told are so interesting and keep me coming back. They're very, very compelling. And yeah, I'm so excited to see like where the industry goes and like what kinds of stories we get, even in the near future, like even 3 to 5 years from now. I think there will be some really cool stories and cool games that happen, and that's exciting, and that makes me very happy.
I think going from someone who is essentially someone who supports video games and putting them out into the market to becoming a developer, that switch happened because I played Disco Elysium and I was so inspired by the storytelling, the music, the art, and just the that culmination of every single facet of creation that needs to go into video games. So for me, when I think about what it means to be a gamer and have art and enjoy games, like that's the first thing that comes to my mind, because it's not something that people would typically think about when they think about video games. They think Mario and usually the kind of family-friendly Nintendo things, which are amazing and I love them, but that's the thing that makes me really excited and really drove me to want to create my own games.
What advice would you give to your younger self looking back, knowing what you know now?
Stick at it. I've always been one of few or one of many within work or a lot of rooms I've been in, one of the few females, one of the few black females, one of the few black people. Just keep going, because as much as you don't realize it, you are kicking down doors.
Carry on, don't listen to anyone else. You enjoy it. It doesn't matter, about anything else, because people in school wouldn't even play video games with me, even the guys and stuff like that. For some reason, I found friends online, and I'm still friends with a few of them today.
Don't stop dreaming. Don't give up that dream, because I have this really big dream that I want UK gaming to be mainstream, to be it's bigger than TV, film, music, and everything else as an industry's perspective, but on the social perspective, it isn't. And that's what I want to sort of bridge that gap and make it so it is socially acceptable, to sort of draw that out. And the only way to do that is talking about it and showcasing it and putting it out on the table all the time. Education, the whole piece. So yeah, don't give up that dream, no matter what happens. Even when people say no, it's not going to work. Keep going.
From your perspective, what does the word gamer mean to you?
For me, it's just anyone that plays games. It's so broad and wide and varied for me. As I said, from the people that I play games with, no two people are the same, and that's what I love about it. So for me, it's a very basic and broad definition because it includes everybody.
Gaming is all about escapism. Life is just full of bad stuff, and for me, games were always my safe space. And being a gamer, that's a part of me and a part of how I escape. Some people cope with, with sadness by maybe isolating or reading books or watching shows. For me, it's about playing games. That's a big sense of my identity, who I am. Life is not always happy. Sometimes sadness is more than happiness. For me, when I play games, that's my happiness. It makes me feel comfortable, welcome, just really happy with the character that I'm building, or going and exploring something. And being gamer really lets me be myself. And yeah, it's something that's part of my identity, part of who I am, and I'm never gonna change that.
I think gamer is just anybody who plays games. Games come in such many different shapes and forms and different types of media. And I think that's the same with gamers as well. Come in different shapes and forms, and just it's a human being who wants to play something that's interactive. And I think that's what makes a gamer.
I think gamer, for me, that means someone who dare to challenge themselves and express themselves one game at a time.
That's nice. You have to use that.
Right. Actually, in my original answer, I say one session at a time, one level at a time, but it's more granular. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it still works. Cool. I think that is. Let's double check.
I think the last question is what you gotta tell your younger self.
Oh, you are correct. Yes.
I have got a memory. The biggest regret in life is living with unfulfilled potential. So I think that what I'm gonna encourage my younger self would be go explore and unlock your hidden potentials.
Yeah, you inspired me actually. That's making me think. Yeah, that's good.
I try.
Yeah.
Gamer means anyone who plays a game in any capacity. We're talking from Clash of Clans to Castlevania to Words with Friends to World of Warcraft. I mean, we're talking everything. Anything that involves gamification in any which way, you're a gamer.
I like it. Nice. Cool. That's it. You got it. So, you're done.
Awesome.
Hey there, I'm Nigel from My Matter. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other great videos we have on the channel. You can also join the Gamepad Discord and check out the next event at gamepad.events. We'll see you soon.